Number 10. Procrastinating. Everyone says procrastination is bad, but it might actually be your secret superpower. When you wait until the last minute, your brain goes into survival mode. It's like spotting a spider on your ceiling at 3 a.m. You're instantly alert and focused. Scientists found that people under deadline pressure come up with more creative solutions. Frank Lloyd Wright was given a month to design a house. He didn't touch the project for 29 days. When the client showed up, Wright drew the entire design for falling water in just 2 hours. It's now considered one of the greatest buildings ever made. Victor Hugo was procrastinating on writing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He locked away all his clothes except one ugly shawl. He couldn't go outside looking like that, so he stayed in and wrote one of the greatest novels ever. This only works if you actually care about doing a good job. Real productive procrastination is when your brain is secretly working on the problem in the background. Number 9. Not forgiving someone. You've probably heard it a million times. Forgive and forget. It's good for you. Sometimes, not forgiving is actually the healthier choice. Think of forgiveness like a free pass to a theme park. Just because someone hands you a ticket doesn't mean you have to take it, especially if the last time you went to that park, you got pushed off a roller coaster. Forgiveness isn't always this magical healing potion. Sometimes it's more like leaving your front door unlocked after you've been robbed. Your brain has this self-preservation system. When someone hurts you, it puts up mental warning signs. These aren't emotional baggage. They're your personal security system. It's like how your body remembers not to touch a hot stove. You're not holding a grudge against the stove. You're just remembering, hey, that thing burned me once. Being bitter and angry is like drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. But there's a huge difference between being bitter and having boundaries. Scientists have found that people who set firm boundaries after being hurt tend to have better mental health. They're less likely to end up in similar situations again. It's like their brain has a better spam filter. It catches the toxic stuff before it can cause damage. You can acknowledge what happened, learn from it, and move on without letting them back on the ride. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can say is, I understand what happened, but I don't forgive it. That's not being petty. That's being smart. It's your brain's way of saying, thanks for the lesson, but I won't be signing up for that class again. Number 8. Being a night owl. Your mom keeps telling you to fix your sleep schedule, and your coworkers give you that look when you show up with your third coffee at 10 a.m. But science says you might be the smart one here. Studies show that night owls actually score higher on intelligence tests than early birds. It's like evolution's way of saying, hey, someone needs to stay up and watch for predators while these morning people are drooling on their pillows. Some of history's greatest minds were night owls. Tesla used to work until 3 a.m. every night. Though to be fair, he also fell in love with a pigeon, so maybe not the best example. Your brain actually gets more creative when you're tired. When your brain is a little tired, it stops overthinking and starts making weird connections. That's why you get your best ideas at 2 a.m. while eating cereal straight from the box. Morning people peak early, but crash hard. Meanwhile, you're still going strong when the early birds are face-planting into their keyboards at 3 p.m. So while they're fighting traffic at 7 a.m., you're peacefully sleeping. And when they're zonked out at 11 p.m., you're entering your prime creative hours, probably inventing something awesome, or just watching cat videos. Number 7. Being a wallflower at a party. You're chilling in the corner, perfectly content, and someone comes up to you saying you should be having more fun. You're actually doing parties right. While everyone else is burning energy trying to talk to every single person in the room, you're doing what anthropologists call social mapping. Your wallflower behavior is actually a sophisticated survival strategy that goes back to our caveman days. While the extroverts are busy telling stories about their weekend, you're subconsciously noting all the exits, identifying potential threats, and tracking the snack bowl levels. You're basically the party's security camera with better fashion sense. Studies show that introverts actually process more information during social gatherings than extroverts do. While others are just hearing the music, you're noticing that Dave from accounting has had 6 drinks and is eyeing the karaoke machine. You're also conserving your social battery, which is just smart energy management. Extroverts are like solar panels. They need constant social interaction to recharge. But you're like a Tesla Powerwall. You store up energy and use it efficiently. You're probably having better conversations when you do talk. While others are spreading themselves thin with shallow small talk, you're having 1 or 2 meaningful conversations. Quality over quantity. Next time someone tells you to come out of your shell at a party, just remember you're not antisocial. You're evolutionarily advanced. Number 6. Talking to yourself. You know that moment when you're looking for your keys, and you start having a full conversation with yourself. Okay, brain, let's think about this. Where did we last see them? And then someone walks in, gives you that look, like you've finally lost it. You're actually doing something super smart. Scientists have found that talking to yourself is like having a built-in personal assistant. It's your brain's way of organizing itself. Sports stars do this all the time. You see them muttering to themselves before a big shot or serve. You got this, just like practice. They're using a proven performance technique. Studies show that people who talk to themselves while solving problems find solutions faster. And when you're at the grocery store trying to remember what you need, that little chat with yourself actually helps you remember better than silently reading your list. Milk, eggs, that weird cheese Sarah likes. So next time someone gives you the crazy eye for talking to yourself, you're not losing your mind. You're having a meeting with the only person who truly gets you. Number 5. Sleeping in on weekends. So your mom keeps telling you you're wasting your life sleeping until noon on Saturdays. Your super productive friend posts sunrise yoga pics at 6 a.m. while you're in dreamland. And that one relative always hits you with the early bird gets the worm speech. Turns out science is on your side. Your brain keeps track of all the sleep you miss during the week like some kind of creepy accountant. It's called sleep debt, and it's as fun as it sounds. Every hour of sleep you miss is logged, and your brain wants payback. Research actually shows that people who don't catch up on sleep on weekends have higher risks of diabetes, heart problems, and generally feeling like garbage. When you sleep in on weekends, you're not being lazy. You're literally performing essential maintenance on your brain. It's like taking your car to the shop, except the mechanic is your pillow, and the repairs happen while you're drooling on it. During this catch-up sleep, your brain is busy clearing out toxic proteins that built up during the week. Think of it like emptying your brain's trash can. If you don't do it, things start to smell funny up there. Your body actually knows exactly how much sleep it needs to catch up on. That's why you naturally wake up when you've repaid the debt. Number 4, having a messy desk. Your desk looks like a paper tornado had a fight with your office supplies and nobody won. Your coworkers probably give you those judgmental looks, like you are some kind of organizational criminal. But get this, science is actually on your side. Researchers at the University of Minnesota found that people with messy desks come up with more creative ideas than their neat freak counterparts. It's like your brain sees all that chaos and goes, well, if nothing makes sense anyway, might as well think outside the box. Einstein famously had a desk that looked like a library threw up on it. When someone asked him about it, he said, if a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, then what is an empty desk a sign of? Steve Jobs' office looked like an idea explosion. Meanwhile, people with super clean desks often waste time organizing stuff instead of actually working. They are basically procrastinating with color-coded folders while you are actually getting things done. Number 3, using sarcasm. Oh great, another thing people love to criticize. Sarcasm. You know the type. They hear you make a sarcastic comment and say, sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, in that smug voice. Science says they're wrong. Studies show that both using and detecting sarcasm requires some serious brain power. Your brain has to process the literal meaning, understand the context, and then flip that meaning upside down. It's like running 3 different programs in your head at once. People who use and understand sarcasm regularly are actually better at creative problem solving. Their brains get used to seeing things from multiple angles. Scientists at Harvard did this wild experiment where people had either sincere, neutral, or sarcastic conversations before taking creativity tests. The sarcastic group crushed it. They scored way higher on creative thinking. Turns out being a smartass actually makes you smarter. Sarcasm is like your brain's built-in defense system against stupidity. When something is too ridiculous to process normally, your brain goes, oh sure, that makes perfect sense, as a way to cope. It's basically your mind's way of saying, error 404, logic not found. Number 2, doodling during meetings. So your boss keeps giving you the evil eye for drawing little stick figures during meetings. Science says you're actually being a better employee than the guy pretending to pay attention while daydreaming about lunch. Your brain is like a hyperactive puppy. If you don't give it something to do, it's going to run off and chase squirrels. Scientists at the University of Plymouth made people listen to the most boring phone call ever. Half the people were given paper to doodle, the other half just had to sit there like statues. When they tested everyone later, the doodlers remembered 29% more information than the non-doodlers. Those random flowers and spaceships you're drawing are actually helping you remember what Bob from accounting is saying about quarterly reports. Doodling is like giving your brain a tiny side quest while it handles the main mission of listening. Without that side quest, your brain might decide to start thinking about why penguins have knees, or whether your cat judges you when you sing in the shower. A study found that CEOs and top executives are actually more likely to doodle during meetings than other employees. So next time someone tells you to stop drawing, just tell them you're practicing to be CEO. Just maybe don't mention that you're drawing your boss being eaten by a T-Rex. Number 1, listening to sad music. Scientists have found that listening to sad music when you're down is like emotional medicine for your brain. It's not making you more depressed, it's actually helping you process those feelings. When you're sad and listen to happy music, it feels fake, like someone's trying to force feed you sugar when you're not hungry. But when you put on that sad song, your brain releases prolactin, the same hormone that makes mothers feel calm while nursing their babies. It's like your brain's way of giving you a warm hug. When you hear someone singing about feelings similar to yours, it's like having someone say, hey, I get it, I've been there too. You're not weird for feeling this way. You're not broken. You're just human. People who listen to sad music when they're down actually process their emotions faster than those who try to force happiness. It's like letting yourself feel the rain instead of pretending it's sunny. You're not wallowing. You're actually using an ancient form of emotional therapy that humans have been using since we first started making music. Your brain knows what it needs. Sometimes that's a sad song on repeat.